right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Rock coming to you again, out in the highway and the byway, bringing on this gospel of truth to edify the hopeful elect of Yahshua, Israel, so-called blacks and Americans and Latinos, to call our people back to this truth, okay? Warn them about the impending judgment that's coming here to Great Babylon, America, and in some cases it's already here. And it's always a pleasure to let Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, know, okay, that your end is coming there, okay? Before we get started, let's need to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors and teachers, elders, and apostles, great millstone, likewise, by the spoon of this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and do brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. All right, it's good to be back out in the highway, okay? Much better environment, or weather, I should say, to get back out here, okay, on the highway, okay, rather than being inside, you know, my living room or my office, okay? Now, let's take a minute here and let's go into what's taking place. As always, prophecies happening across the earth. You see them getting ready to bring out the MOTB with all of these digital ID that's required to cross the borders, okay, these nations, especially here in Great Babylon, America. You have an all-time high unemployment rate. People are losing their mind. It's starting to crash out. You have a government that's being exposed for being a sodomites, okay? The Prince of Babylon, America, are sodomites, okay? We've always been saying that these government officials are all faggots, and now it's coming out. That's the Epstein file is showing, okay, that what we were saying, and that what the scripture describing this place as spiritual Sodom in Egypt is true, okay? They're all faggots. The current sitting reigning king, Donald J. Trump, is a fucking faggot. It's straight up, okay? It's proving it. All right. We also have war, rumors of war. We're getting ready to go down to Venezuela. You know, accusing our brothers and sisters down there of being narcotic terrorists, which the only narcotic terrorist is the so-called white man. Okay, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, you have them continuously going around in these cities and grabbing jakes off the street. In particular, they're grabbing the Hispanics and Latinos. Okay, and they got their eyes set on the Negroes too. All right, and you know they're grabbing these other tribes too, which you don't give a crap about these other tribes, only about our people. Okay, so we see a lot of things that's taking place here. Yet still you have these men that wants to, you know, go against the faith, go against the doctrine, want to bring out, you know, false doctrine concerning these other heathen nations that are going, trying to bring them in on our reward, okay? And that's not going to be the case, okay? For you doggone coon-ass niggas out there and you spicks out there that are teaching this shit, most of you doggone niggas out there are teaching this shit, all right? Let's go into the book of Job 12, and verse 16 it reads, "With him is strength and wisdom, the deceived and the deceiver are his." Okay, so if you're out there deceiving other people, our people, with this false doctrine about Esau coming in on our inheritance and that the heathens can be saved, okay, that they're somehow going to walk into the sunset joining hand in hand with Jakes after they've committed all these atrocities to us. Okay, I have posters right here, okay, that illustrates the atrocities that this man has committed on our people. Right now, our people are giving a blind eye and closing their ear because of men, okay, our men, so-called Latinos, Hispanic, and Native American men, and Negroes, men, you're weak. You're weak. You don't stand up for any doggone thing because you have this woman spirit on you. You're pacified, okay, and you just like to be at the bottom. You are very, very, very comfortable being at the damn bottom because you don't know who the hell you are, okay. And you get these doggone niggas from IUIC, okay, ISUPK, Wi-Fi, and ex-members of Sakari that are coming out because they've taken a little bite. I mean, that just shows how doggone low you doggone dudes are, man. You're so low that you're going to take a bite from the enemy, okay, to come out and give our people false doctrine, false hope, okay, of continuity of Great Babylon, America. No, America is going to be destroyed. This faggot country is going to be destroyed. This country where men dress up in high heels and skirt, where little boys are turning to girls, where girls are turning to little boys. This place is going to be destroyed, and you people better enjoy your last days here in Great Babylon, America. Enjoy your last days, especially you damn Edomites. There's no reason why you Edomites are sitting around moping. I'm moping and wondering, why is it that I'm not enjoying myself with the American dream? Okay, that's because you're ruled over by the doggone devil. These parasitic fucking kites on this doggone sign right here. Hey, I don't be scared to show you who the fucking doggone rulers of this earth is. It's these fucking doggone demons, these devils right here. Alright? If there anybody to walk up here say something different, or say something different. You're not. You're not, because you're gutless. You're not. You doggone damn well know who the damn devil is, but y'all don't know. When they bring this out to y'all doggone people, driving around in your metal coffin, y'all are gonna get an understanding, okay, of what the Bible has been speaking about. Keep driving around with your head up your doggone ass, sipping your doggone latte, okay, listening to these doggone false prophets that are out there, okay, that are putting you to doggone sleep. But see, again, it says what? The deceiver of his, the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, put those stumbling blocks out there because you don't want you weak men. You don't want you mannish women. You don't want you worthless ass, stink ass, little fucking no manners kids, okay? Worthless. And the Lord don't have no respect of person. Give you an example of that. Okay, you had this NASCAR driver. I can't remember what his name is, because it's not important to me. I don't watch NASCAR, but it was just good to see it in the news. Him and his entire family got deleted in their private airplane crash. Okay, just last week. Okay, the Lord deleted all of them, the entire family, showing you, okay, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power. All right, so yeah. Y'all might think y'all have taken a bag, but then guess what? The Lord controls Esau, who gave y'all a bag, told Esau to go, put the spirit of Esau to go, and give y'all a bag, so that y'all can go and make these videos and bring up these false doctrines, so that y'all can basically deceive the undesirables that the Lord Yahweh Shemashah doesn't want. He doesn't want them. He doesn't want them. If he wanted them to know, they would know. Okay, let's go into the book of Job 14, and starting with verse 4, and it says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. You cannot make Esau slack you. You cannot make Esau clean. You cannot make Esau good. Okay, the Edomites are not good. They are the children, they are the sons and daughters of the doggone devil, man. You cannot make them good. Okay? Like I said, you can make an argument that you had some Edomites that were nice to you or whatever cases like that. Keep in mind that Edomites, they like animals. They like dogs. Okay? And actually, in reality, they view us as animals. In fact, I put up a video yesterday, and that Edomite, okay, that Ku Klux Klan or that Dragon Knight, whatever the hell that little pussy ass or cracker white boy it was, okay, what did he say? He thinks black people are doggone animals. So when you deal with Edomites, they like to cuddle animals and stuff like that. They like to play with them. They like to feed them, just to see the reaction, because they like to feel that power in their hands. Okay, especially these low-level Edomites. Okay, these peasants. Okay, and that's the thing about it right now. Is these low-level Edomites are starting to find out that they are peasants. They're being ignored. Okay, they look like shit. They're all up on fentanyl and drugs and shit. Okay, they can't make their mortgage payment. They're drowning in debt. They find themselves now unemployed. Okay, they never had skill to begin with, anyways, to be employed. But hey, as a privileged member, okay, in society, they got to have that, and rightfully so. This is their heaven. I put up a video a couple days ago concerning these Edomites. Memo to the Edomites: this is your heaven. You should be having riches. None of you should be on the street starving and all that stuff. That's showing you right now that your kingdom is at the end right now, and there's not a damn thing these Peckerwoods in Washington D.C. okay can do about it. Nothing. Not a damn thing that they can do about it. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You're right. They're going to bring out this MOTB, or the mark of the beast, which is RFID microchip. Okay, right now as we speak, they're building data centers all across Great Babylon, America. In fact, they're building data centers all across the earth. I put out a video a couple months ago that shows a map of all the data centers here in Great Babylon, America. Actually, and I actually showed a map of all the data centers that they're building across the earth. Because right now they're going into that technical age, which is the final stage of Esau. Okay, where they're going to bring out 6G. Okay, 6G. And we know the number 6 is the devil's number. 7 is a righteous number. That's the Lord's number. 7. Okay, so they're going to bring out 6G, which is going to make 5G. Okay, look primitive, because the power of 6G has to power things that are going to be AI. So your cell phone is going to change. They're looking to actually have it to where cell phones or your ability to talk is going to be something that's implanted in your body, where you press it and you go like this and you speak, where you walk around with glasses that has a holographic image, okay, in which you communicate. So this is exactly how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be, okay? You people don't understand what's coming to your doggone self because you see, you think everything is just some sci-fi movie event, something that you can enjoy yourself with. This devil is getting ready, okay, to force you, okay, to accept his mark, And once you accept that, you're doomed for destruction. But leading up to that, he has to destroy this society. And you people don't know anything about going without food. You people have never put down the fork or the spoon a day in your damn life. You're fat, you're gluttonous, you're wicked, you're soft, you're lazy. Okay? You people have never put down the spoon a day in your doggone life. But the Lord is going to destroy this place. One of the things that's going to take place here is going to be that famine. Okay? When you people start grabbing your guns and start slaughtering each other for a slice of bread, you think anyone's going to show mercy on each other? And we're going to go into that in the book of 2nd Ezra. And so you can understand what you're up against. Because all you people are weak. Some of you can't even walk doggone 100 feet. You can't even walk 100 feet. You're so weak. But this is what's coming. They are going to destroy the society that you people clean through so much that you think is going to last forever because you think you're important. And once they do that, they're going to say, you want to eat, you want to work, you want to pay your bills, you will get this mark in your hand. You will get this mark in your hand. You will bow down to the devil and you will get that mark in your hand. Okay? And a lot of you will probably say, oh, I'm not going to do it. But yes, you're the ones that bow down and took that COVID vaccine in your hand, in your body. You got some old dude look at the camera and threaten you about it. How does that work out for you? It says, turn from him that he may rest till he had accomplished as a hireling his day. For there's hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. So, of course, you have them, they talk about make America great again. America will never be great again, okay? The Lord is not going to allow a simple, wicked-ass place like this, okay? If faggots can walk around all free, 2 men can walk around kissing, 2 women can walk around kissing, your sons and daughters, they don't have no respect for you. The women don't have no respect for you men. Because you men don't walk, you men don't hold your head up or hold yourself accountable for any doggone thing. You just bow down to whatever. Simple, weak. You don't know you're a king. You Latino, Hispanic, black man, and Native American man don't know who you are. Okay? You're gods. And you act like little sissy bitches. Okay? The Lord is not going to save you. Alright? So Great Babylon America is not going to rise again. This place is only going to continue to fall. And if you haven't come to a reality check about that yet, okay, then of course you have your head up your ass. Which is where most of you have your head up your ass. You're poor, you're ignorant, you're overweight, you're lazy, you're weak, mentally and physically, okay? And you have the men of the Lord stand out here on the highway and the byway to warn you about the impending judgment that's coming. And El Paso is no different from any other part of this country. If ICE is going around in Chicago and New York and grabbing up Latinos and Native Americans, okay, and blacks and Hispanics, don't you think they're doing it here in El Paso? They have a 5,000 room tent on Fort Bliss right now, in which they're now putting our people inside of it. But you rather shove your head up your ass and ignore it, because you want to be soft. You don't walk like everybody else. Put your head up your ass. You don't want to open up. You don't want to stand for nothing. Okay? Let's go into Jeremiah. This book of Jeremiah 4:22, and it reads. Sound verse 21, it reads, how long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet, hear the sound of the warning? How long are y'all going to see it? For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are shortish children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Okay? Yeah, people can't even drive around without even playing music. I would turn that damn stupid nigga music off for once. Turn that spick fucking music off for once. What the fuck, man? You can't drive around without playing music. Think. Deep into the scriptures. Ignorant. You don't even see the danger around you. Because you're not a watchman. You know to watch me delving into all of this, agreeing just to get along, okay? Just being passive aggressive. And you know the thing about it is that y'all have all this hate and anger for each other. You go look in the doggone news every doggone day. What do you see? Hispanics and Latinos killing each other. Yes, you're the freaking the same dude that would turn around and put you to death, would fall on the ground like a little baby bitch when the white man, when the devil, the so-called white man comes around. Wouldn't do a damn thing. All you do is walk around smoking doggone that damn marijuana. Get that damn dick out of your damn mouth, okay? Get that cock out of your mouth. Your body's a temple. Get that cock out of your damn mouth. That's why you get Trump right now trying to make marijuana. Hey, it's free for everybody because he's buying stocks in it. Why? Because he knows you doggone Scottish people, okay, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and Hispanics. He knows all y'all like to do. As soon as somebody gets y'all an inch, y'all take a mile. Let's go smoke that weed. Okay? Let's go now Isaiah 13, verse 6. The Lord said he's going to destroy great Babylon, America. Okay? He's going to destroy great Babylon, America. And no, I'm not up here for music. Let's go into Isaiah 13. Book of Isaiah 13 and starting with verse 6. This is the book of Isaiah 13 starting verse 6, and it reads, How ye for the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, who the word ignorantly called God and Jesus, okay, the ancient Paleo Hebrew, okay, our true language, okay, which is not English, our language is not Spanish, it's ancient Paleo Hebrew, okay, Yahweh, the Most High, eternal, self-existent. You have Yahushua, okay, the Messiah, okay, the Redeemer. Okay, he's the one that's the intercessor to the Most High for us. He's the one that we work for. He's the one that the men of the Lord are coming on the highway and byway to do the work as commanded. We don't come out here and whisper or care about your fucking feelings. All right? It says, Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They should be amazed at one another. Their faces should be as flames. Why are you going to be in amazing at each other? Why are you going to be in travailing and in pain? Because you didn't take the warning. See, if you already know what's coming, you're not going to be afraid. If you know your neighbors are going to bust into your damn house, take your food, break your kids, beat you an inch of your life, or beat you to death just to get some food, you would be in preparation. You would not be afraid of that. But see, all these people, you have to learn through pain. Okay, it says, Behold, the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, cometh, cruel, both with wrath, fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners out of it. Okay, that land, what they call the state of Israel. Okay, those are phony Jews, or the Jewish people over there. Those are not the real people of the Lord. The real people of the Lord are you doggone people right here on this sign right here. You people are the real people of the Lord. You are the sons and daughters of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Okay? The Lord is going to destroy those people over there in the state of Israel. And we're going to get to watch it, broadcast live. Okay? When the Lord destroy that place. Okay? Them damn demons that are sitting over there. And he says, For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause the light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the hardness of the terrible. Okay, so who's going to get laid low? Who's wicked? Esau the Edomite, so-called white man. Who do you think is wicked? So, and who's haughty and who's arrogant? Okay, that's Esau. Yeah. Hey, so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans and blacks. What are you arrogant about? What do you have to be arrogant about? What do you own? Huh? You own nothing. You have nothing. So you can't be arrogant. You can't be proud. What are you proud of? You proud of being poor? Huh? You proud of being poor? You proud of getting your ass kicked? That's all I see. What are you proud of? What are you people proud of? What are you proud of? Okay, so the arrogancy and wicked that he's talking about, okay, is the rulers. Okay? The rulers. out here. Well, first of all, preaching the end of this place, which is known as spiritual Sodom of Egypt. Okay, you know what Sodom is?
Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah, but you know what Sodomite is, right?
Sodomite?
Yeah.
From Sodom, right?
Yeah.
Sodom.
Basically faggots. Okay, it's basically
yeah.
And as you see right now,
Present day.
the present day right now, the king of Babylon, America, are faggots.
Yeah.
Okay, the faggots is coming out right now. This place is going to be destroyed. But really, what we're going to do is to warn our people, okay, and to wake our people up, okay, that they are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, okay, people on this sign right here. Okay, what do your background go to?
Do me a favor, brother. Can I not have my back turned to traffic?
Oh yeah, please. Yeah, you can face this way. This is good. So for this, let me show you this right here. So what do you see here? Okay, so you see. Okay, this is the Lion of Judah. Okay, but this here is our people. So what you have here, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Actually, you can see more better. Come right here. So, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, okay, of the Bible, okay, you have 12 tribes, okay, which are the 12 sons of Jacob, okay, and you have these are the tribes right here, okay. So what you call so-called Mexicans are Issachar, which their sign is actually a mule. Now, when you think about so-called Mexicans, who work harder than Mexicans? I don't know anybody who works harder than Mexicans. Who work harder than Mexicans? Okay, isn't it interesting that the sign is called a mule? It's a mule, okay, like a donkey, right? So that's their sign. The Judah is a lion, Benjamin is a wolf, okay, Levi the priest. So what you have is the true biblical Hebrew Israelites is 12 tribes. These are the 12 tribes here, okay? And you have two kingdoms. You have the Northern Kingdom, which are the biblical Israelites. The real Israelites in the Bible are from here down. Dominicans, basically the Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters. Basically, you learn. Yes, your ancient language is actually Paleo-Hebrew. It's not Spanish. When the conquistadors came down to South America, and they slaughtered our people down there. They slaughtered the Incas. Okay, they came here and they slaughtered the so-called Native Americans who were from the tribe of Gad. Okay, and then our people fought back. See, they don't write that in the history book. Yeah. Okay, but we go deep into it, and show they lost a lot of battles. Okay, being that they couldn't get you to do the work that they needed, and they're feeble and weak, because these people that came over here and conquered this land basically through diseases, okay, and trickery. Okay, they came from the caves. Okay, they came from the caves of a place called Georgian Russia. Okay, they're known as Edomites. Okay, they're the descendants of Esau. Yeah. Edomites. Esau. They come from Esau. Okay, so they came from the cave. Basically, during the time when they have the Renaissance, they repainted the pictures. Turned the Mashiach, okay, who we're going to call Jesus, into this long hair, which scripturally, a man wearing long hair, okay, is actually an abomination. So our hair's supposed to be short. Okay, it's an abomination to wear long hair. So we tell our brothers them all the time, cut those dreadlocks off like that. Your God is not Haile Selassie. Okay, but over here they've made that more stylish, like a woman. Yeah. And when you have a long hair, I can tell you, because I was in the world before I woke up to the truth. Okay, I used to have that long hair, and you actually have a feminine spirit on you because you have that long hair. And if you notice, watch it carefully when you watch tonight the man with the long hair. And look at how the man with the shorter hair, how they carry themselves. And you see a big difference, a feminine spirit. So it's an abomination for our people to have long hair. So therefore, if you have a picture, let me show you, I'm going to bring this picture out there for you. If you have, this is what they're calling, okay, oops, turn it up, get it live.
It even looks androgenic.
Androgenic. Yeah. Come on. You think the Most High is sending us something? No. Okay, when you go into the book of Revelation, it tells you exactly what he looks like.
Oh my God.
Revelation 1:14 tells you exactly what he looks like. Yeah, afro, his eyes was red because he used to drink a lot of wine. He died at age 33 because he was stressed out because he was sent here on a mission. He was very stressed out. Imagine you came here to save your people and they all hate you. Okay, so they are just worshiping that. Okay, the Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans all went through slavery. Okay, but what is more prominent to us is the so-called Negro.
Oh. Bro, they're calling my dog.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll be right back. Please
Okay.
hold that thought.
Okay, okay.
Hold that thought, okay?
All right. Just like it. So, basically, what I do camp is right here in front of where they treat dogs. It's on the highway. It's a very busy road out here. But he's going back inside here like that. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he might come back in time. If I'm still here. But you can see how it works. Okay, people have an inclination, or basically the spirit is in them. They understand something is off. Something is off. Okay, and of course they don't understand it to the level that we do, but they understand something is off. Okay, but maybe the Lord brings him back out here, or maybe he just was to hear this and he got warm it out. Okay, I don't know. Okay, but it says. Now it goes on and talk about the fact that he's going to judge the world, but he says here, everyone that is found should be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So if you go and you're going to join hands, okay, with the enemy, okay, with the devil, okay, so people have a hard time accepting the fact that they look at it like when we say, okay, that the Edomites or Esau, the so-called white man who's in rulership, who kills at will, does whatever, says whatever he wants, bears false witness against whatever nation or tribe that he showed truths, and everybody just allows it to go through and go, oh, well, whatever the case is like that. But when we come out and we identify who this doggone devil is, everyone go, oh, y'all are racist. How the hell be a racist? We don't have any powers in our doggone hand. If we had a power in our hand, we would have already taken them down. Okay? That's what the Mashiach is going to come. That's his glory. All our job is to be the herald. We come out and we let this doggone devil know that there's one greater that's going to come and humble you in the sight of this world. Okay? And then he's going to have us grab your ass and put you in chain, in which you will go and serve, okay, your sentence for 1,000 years, after which the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay, is going to deal with you, okay, in the way that he sees fit. Which we know is going to be what? There ain't going to be no more of you, all right? It says, everyone that is found should be trustworthy, everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. The children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. The houses shall be spoiled, their wives ravished. Okay, this word ravished means what? Men are going to have their way, but you doggone fast women. Men are going to have their way, but you doggone women that think that you're untouchable. Men are going to have their way, but you damn women that think you're the boss. Men are going to have their way, but you women that think, okay, that you're the authority over men. You're going to find out the law of the jungle, and it doesn't favor you, the weakest sex. Okay, bottom line. All right? Men are acting like they're gentlemen. Only because you have a bunch of fairies in doggone costume called police uniform, okay, that are ready to go and save a hoe. But in the time to come, that's not going to be the case. Great Babylon America is going to be invaded. This place is going to be invaded. In fact, you already have operatives already here that are right now probably planning, things that go boom all across this place that you people are not used to, okay? Contaminating water, all kinds of things. So that when they spring it off, when the Lord allowed Esau to hit the switch to go and bring out these acts of terror, you people are going to be completely caught off surprise. You're not going to be expecting it. You're not going to believe it's actually happening. Okay? Leading up to that, a lot of you are going to be in a distraught case. Okay? Right now, you can't make ends meet. You can't pay bills. Okay? You're going to start losing your friends. People are going to start turning their back against, turning their backs on you. Okay? You find yourself overqualified with these degrees that don't have no value except what? You still owe the $80,000 to pay for it. And if you don't pay, because most people borrow a loan from the government, okay, student loan from the government. So if you don't pay back, they turn around, they jack your credit up for life. Which without credit requires you to have a higher deposit to get into an apartment or to get a car or whatever cases like that, which nobody makes enough money to be able to get those things. Because nobody really has the conditioning or the integrity, or I should say the discipline, okay, to just live a modest life. Just live a modest life. Okay, let's go into Jeremiah 30:6. And this is something that you always will find that people don't really understand. If men are going to be in this kind of spirit, imagine what you women are going to be. Okay? But then again, we already know that some of you women, you think you're badasses. A lot of you women think that you're badasses. And we're going to see. We're going to see. It's always interesting to see people back up what they say. All right? This is Jeremiah 30, start with 6 and 8. Actually now see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness. So why is a man going to have his hands on his loins and act like a double woman? Because see, you're going to have cyborgs, but on top of that, they're going to be bringing these psychopaths from overseas, like places like Rwanda, Sudan, those places. Those guys are already here, okay? When you see the fact that you can't even walk on the street, that a can or what looks like dirt on the ground is actually an IED, okay? That is planted all over the place. Nobody knows what is what. And since you men are so used to sitting behind a woman and letting a woman, okay, exert her authority over you, you're not used to being in a position of authority or a position of command or a position of telling people where to go. You're not used to that. Okay? You're not used to that. So you're going to panic. It says, alas, what I did so great that none is like it. It's even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. There's only going to be the 130 elect that's going to be saved out of it. And for the most part, we're going to be saved out of it by the hair of our chin, as that nursery rhyme like to say. Okay? So that goes to show you that if the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is not with you, that you are not going to be saved. Let's go into the book of Lamentations 4, and start in verse 9. And it reads, now, you got to understand this, and this is talking about something that really none of us really can deal with. Or, well, the brothers, we fast, maybe even some of the sisters fast, for 24 hours, which we do the day of atonement. We do the 24. For the most part, you do intermittent fast, which would probably be anywhere from 16 hours to maybe 20 hours. Okay. But we don't starve ourselves. Let's put it that way. People are not used to it, but this is how it's going to be. It said, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. Okay, and we understand that this happened before, okay, under the siege of Jerusalem. Okay, where what? It says the hands of the pitiful women had sword in their own children. They were the meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. All right, so there's no doubt that there's going to be cannibalism again. Cannibalism again, especially if these children are going to be eaten. Okay, because they're young and tender. But think about it as the fact that people might not even be looking at you to kill you, just to kill you. They might view you as food. And then I think once people, because you got people right now drinking human blood, okay? And these Edomites, they have a tendency to eat raw meat or uncooked meat. So the thing is, how much more so it is to take you and eat you or roast you or a fire pit, okay? Because they're hungry. Once people start tasting the flesh of human, okay, it's going to be common for people to go and eat people. It's going to happen. Cannibalism is going to come because when that starvation hit the Babylonians here, the people that are gluttonous, constantly filling their stuff in their face, always pleasing their flesh, okay, you're going to do whatever it takes, okay, to fill your belly. Let's go into 2nd Ezra 16. And I know it's repetitive, but it is repetitive, and it is what it is. newer people are going to be coming in. What might sound repetitive to you is brand new to other people. Okay? Brand new to other people. This is how we do the awakening. We're all not waking up all at once. Like the brothers would say, some people won't wake up until they start seeing us doing miracles. So they start seeing us perform miracles. They start seeing us, creating food out of thin air. Or they start seeing us doing, miraculous things that is going to benefit them in reality. You may have a brother that might be able to slaughter a whole bunch of enemies that's coming to try to hurt women and children. Okay, and the man that the Lord Yahweh Shema saved. Okay, and not all men are going to be prophets. Not all men are going to come out here and shine up like the brothers do. Okay, not all men were made to come out here and face these people driving around making mockery. Okay, and think that they're better than you. Okay, there's a special kind of spirit for that. We see these people as just dead people driving in their metal coffin. All I see is a bunch of dead people driving in their metal coffin. These people have no hope. Okay, their whole hope is in this doggone wicked ass place. If this man turns around and cut off welfare, these people freak out. If he turns around and shut the doggone stores, they freak out. They have no clue. They have no backup or no recourse for anything, because their whole hope is in man. They don't put their trust in the Lord. All right. This is 2 Ezra 16:7-22. It reads, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So there's no way out of it. You're either going to die of starvation, or the sword is going to come after you. Or the sword is going to come after you. Because even if you have food, someone is going to come after you to take your food from you. Okay? So what you're going to have is a predator and prey state. And most of you people are going to be preys. You're weak. Okay? Most of you men have never been in a combat situation before. Most of you are cowards. Most of you will not defend your household. Most of you are going to run and abandon your wife and your kids when the time comes, because you can escape. And that is a fact. Okay? You're not going to stand your ground, because why? You haven't stood your ground for anything. So what makes you think you're going to stand your ground in that day? Alright? It says, "And the dead should be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them. But earth should be wasted, and the city should be cast down." Why is the cities going to be cast down? There are people that turn around and they're going around in these cities, okay, and they're going and they're pillaging and throwing Molotov cocktail around and taking out their doggone sword, which is the modern day gun, and shooting and doing whatever it takes to survive. Then these cities are going to be destroyed. We see it when you go into Africa right now as we speak. Oh, okay. There should be no man left to till the earth and sow it. The trees should give fruit until no one gather them, because people are going to be so scared. If you know vegetation, especially in these areas where it rains a lot, vegetation grows real quick. So you've seen it in these movies like The Walking Dead and any type of apocalyptic movie. You start to see that the highways and the bridges, they're all covered up with these thorns and trees. Okay, because tree roots go way down. Okay, and they overtake like that. So these roads is not going to be passable or drivable or whatever cases like that. So what you're going to have is like you'd have to either have special vehicles, or the fact is that you better be in good shape to start carrying, your entire belongings on your back. Which most of these people have bad back. They have weak backs because all they do is just lay on their back or sit on the couch. That's it. They don't exercise. They don't have a clue about strength and conditioning. They don't do it. All right. He says, "The grapes shall ripen, and you shall tread on all places desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and hear his voice." So you have a lot of people, they can't really exist without having other people around. You have people that exist, they can't even walk by themselves. You have people that exist that can't walk, they can't do a damn thing by themselves. Okay? So you can have a lot of you people that are going to be fretting because you're lonely. You don't have someone to talk to. But there's going to be so many dead bodies and so many carcasses on the ground. Okay? Do I amuse you? Okay? On the ground. Okay? But you will not have anyone to talk to. And that's going to be the case. Let's go into Zechariah 13, verse 8. Because the Lord said He's going to kill 2/3 of you. 2/3 of you men are worthless. 2/3 of you men, okay, are useless. The WEF was right. Charles Shaw was right about you. Okay? You deserve death. Because a lot of you men are weak. You possibly don't even deserve to live. Because you're that weak. Feminine, you have more estrogen and testosterone. Okay? It says right here, let's go into it. Zechariah 13, Psalm 8. And that's it right there. See, that's all Jake got going for them. Is they got a car that can make noise. Okay? That's it. But that same noisy car is going to get you put in the doggone spirit world, man. Okay? You need to learn how to walk around and move in stealth. And that's what a lot of you don't. You don't learn how to be quiet. Okay, Zechariah 13, Psalm 8, it reads, and it shall come to pass in all the land, said the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, 2 parts at 66%. Therein should be cut off and die. You're going to die here, a horrible death. But a third should be left therein. Now I'll bring the third part through the fire, which is talking about adversity. Okay? And we'll refine them as silver is refined, and we'll try them as gold is tried. They should call on my name. Okay, it's very important that you know the name. The name is Yahweh, okay, which is the Almighty, Most High, Yahweh Shai, okay, which is the Messiah, the Savior, okay, the Redeemer. So you'll go, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Y'all better learn it. Y'all better learn it. Okay? Don't be calling on no sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, they don't exist. Okay? He says, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, this is my people, and they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, is my power. Okay? It's very important that you learn those names. It's very important that you know. Because you're going to have to cry. Okay? That's going to be actually, let's go to Jeremiah 49 and 20. Okay? That ain't going to be a time to be proud. That ain't going to be a time, okay? Because a lot of people are going to depend on their manly skills and shit like that. We got it. Okay? And then you're going to need some of that because you still have to physically walk here. But the Lord is going to endow his man with powers. Okay? But we're going to be calling on his name to give us that power when we're in this situation. We're going to call on his name. Okay? Yahweh Shai said we're going to do greater things than him, and we expect to do it. So we're going to call on his name and do it. We expect it. We expect to do greater things. Okay? This is Jeremiah 49 and 20. It says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, that had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Theman. Surely the least flock of them should draw them out. Surely should make their habitation desolate with them. So bottom line is this. We're seeing right now Netanyahu, okay, Netanyahu, Jew, okay, ish, that devil, okay. Right now, we know he's a short caller. Right now they're drawing Great Babylon America, and what is going to be World War III. Basically, Great Babylon America is going to lose horribly. But that's where the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to broke the teeth of this nation, make it weak, so that these other nations are now going to pile up on this place, around this place, and invade this place. So for those of you who think that Great Babylon America cannot be invaded, you are sorely mistaken. It's going to be invaded. You're not going to be driving around freely on your doggone metal coffin like how you're doing right now on Sunday, going absolutely nowhere. Where are you people going? You're preparing for Christmas. Christmas is an abomination. It's something that none of you Hispanic, Latinos, Native Americans, and so-called Negroes should be celebrating. It is not your holy day. Last week was Hanukkah. Did y'all know that? That was actually your actual holy days? That you can give gifts to each other? But y'all don't know that. Why y'all don't know that? Because y'all are not awakened to who you are. If you knew who you were, you wouldn't be concerned about the 25th of December. The 25th of December is just another doggone day. And most of you can't even pay your damn bills, but you're worried about buying gifts and decorating the tree. And you wonder why you're still in a peasant state. Okay? Continuously following the ways of Great Babylon America. Let's go back into 2nd Ezra 6. Actually, I'm just going to paraphrase it, because what that goes into is the fact that you're going to have the storehouses. Okay, so right now on this street, you have multiple supermarkets. You have Walmart and a couple other places. Okay, so imagine they all go empty. What are you people going to do? What are you people going to do when Walmart gets empty? When Walmart, there's no more food? You're not worried about the clothes and all that stuff. Okay, when Albertson don't have any food, when your favorite taco shop don't have any food, you know what you're gonna do? Fuck off. You're gonna fight. You're gonna fight. You people think that you won't attack each other for a taco, but you will. You will attack each other, okay, for an ounce of water. If it's gonna mean life or death, and it is going to mean life or death, okay? Let's go into let's talk about Amos 9 and 8 for a second here. I love this one, Amos 9 and 8. It reads, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it. So Great Babylon America is going to be destroyed, whether you want to believe it or not. This place is going to be destroyed. Destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not only destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. Who's the house of Jacob? The house of Jacob is the 12 tribe of Israel. They're going to be remnants that are going to be saved from the 12 tribe of Israel. Okay? When you want to be part of that, okay, that remnant that's going to be saved, okay? So that's what's going to be saved. But this place is going to be destroyed. This place is going to be destroyed. In fact, let's go into Ecclesiasticus 13, 20, Psalm 20. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the word, Sirach, 13 and Psalm 20. And it reads, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 13, Psalm 20, and it reads, observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of the overthrowing, and thou hearest these things. No, Salakia. It says, as a proud hate humility, so that the rich abhor the poor. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friend, but a poor man being kept down is thrust away by his friend. They show you that there's no loyalty. There's no loyalty. This is what people are starting to find out right now. There's no loyalty. So when there's no food, when there's a shortage of food, which is going to be really the big concern is going to be that famine. Okay, you have an abundance of clothes. You can wear whatever. And most of you don't even, especially for you women, you don't even wear clothes anyways. All right? And that is actually going to be to your detriment. Okay, for you doggone fast-looking women. All right? Food. Okay, food is going to be the key thing right there. Food. So you're going to have two things, two F's. Food and fear. You're going to desire food, and you're going to be in fear. You're going to fear that you don't have any food. You see how this works? You're constantly going to be in fear of your life. You people are going to be in fear of your life constantly. Okay? Because that's how the tribulation is going to be. Okay, so great here in Great Babylon America. Alright? It says, but when a rich man is going down, people help him up. This is the reason why when Bill Gates is talking about things that we have no business talking about, how the hell you can tell people, give people medical advice globally, okay, but you're a doggone man that deals with doggone software. How does that work? But everybody actually roll up their sleeve and decide that they're going to do it because Bill Gates say do it, okay? Because Bill Gates say do it, okay? And we're going to see you in the kingdom. We're going to see all of you doggone elites in the kingdom. You're going to be the first fruit of slavery. This is going to be a horrible time for you. Because y'all going to be the first one that's going to fashion the tools, okay, to do the hard labor that y'all going to be doing. Oh, how do you think it's going to, well, you think we're going to make it for you and give it to you? You think we're going to make the hammers and the hacks and no, you're going to go and melt your fighter jets and your oil tankers and all that stuff. You're going to melt those and turn those into godly tools. All you nations, all you tribes, millions, see, Esau, you only had really, basically, thousands of slaves maximum at any particular time, which resulted in millions of us throughout the 400-year period. Okay, because we reanimated back again to life. Okay, so if you actually was to count us over and over and over, it'd be in the millions. In reality, in the kingdom, we're going to have billions. Billions. Tens of billions. Okay, over the 1,000-year period. And you people are going to clean up the mess on this earth. Okay, I mean, it's going to be the earth is going to be detailed. It's going to be detailed. It's going to look almost like the way it looked back, okay, in the beginning. It's going to be clean. Okay, so the billions of slaves, this earth is going to be detailed. Detailed to look the way the Lord had intended for it to look. All right? It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man hold his tongue, except us. We don't hold our tongue when a rich man speaks. We scrutinize the devil. We scrutinize the rich man. Because we don't bow down to the rich man. We don't care about your money. Okay? Understand this. If you're wicked, you're wicked. It wouldn't call you the hell out. It says, and look, what he said. They extolled in the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? We don't say that. When the poor man speak, the prophets, we listen. We give thumbs up. We share the video. Okay? We keep it in our mental database, so to speak. All right? At least that's what I do. What fellow is this? He's a righteous man. And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him. We don't overthrow our brothers, okay? We come to the defense. We come to the defense of our brothers. We come to the defense of the ministry. We come to the defense of the doctrine. Because we are the defenders of the doctrine. Okay? This is why you see videos are constantly going out. Certain brothers addressing more than others. Okay, but nonetheless, okay, for every video that comes out and talk about the MOTB or the mark of the beast is messing around with kid bitches. Okay, we come on and say no. It's when you get this RFID microchip in your double hand. Okay? And the scripture goes into what happens to those that took it. It's not going to work out in your favor. Just as how it ain't working out in your favor right now for those of you who took the C19. You took the C19, and they don't put it in the news, but they've been putting it out in these cases, in those hearings, where they talk about myocardial arrest right now. Okay? This dang devil turn around, had you take that doggone C19 job, you bought it. Now you have doggone people having myocardial arrest. Young, able. Because your leaders are wicked. Not only your leaders and your governments are faggots, they're wicked. Okay? The faggots are generally wicked to begin with. Your leaders are wicked. How is it that you have a president now that sucks dick? Huh? That's why this place is spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Okay, you have a president, okay, that sucks dick. Yeah, I said it. This is spiritual Sodom in Egypt. So 2nd Esdras 15. This is actually a snare for y'all. Okay, we're gonna get close to closing out. This is 2nd Esdras 6:15, and starting verse 19 it reads. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his house, destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Why are they gonna? Great tribulation, that word great should actually sound in your mind. So why is he going to destroy his neighbor? You think his neighbor is just somebody living next door? Oh, the neighbor could be the next town over. You people out here in the east who live in the better houses, you don't think the poor El Pasoan, okay, is going to come from the middle of El Paso, okay, and rob your houses? They're going to come rob your houses. Those out in the west in the big mansions, they're going to come and rob your houses, okay? And that's going to be all over this place, okay? So it's not going to be just your neighbor, but you best believe your neighbor's going. Your neighbor, as we speak right now, is measuring you up. Okay, it's in nature. It says, "Behold, said power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and like demons returning themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them." So see, okay. So this is why rough and proud facing, okay, you know, the rulers will take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. Okay, the Lord will laugh at them because he's going to have them in derision. Meaning what? They're going to be looking at each other and blaming each other for every dumb little thing. Thieves don't trust each other. Murderers don't trust each other. Thieves and murderers do not trust each other. You cannot. They're not going to be they're not going to exist coherently or coexist to eat with each other or help each other out. They can't, because each one of them is trying to vie, okay, for that top position. Each one of them want to be the alpha, okay, the short caller. So they're going to turn on each other. Right now, you have Great Babylon America right now is getting ready, okay, to bring war to this earth. Okay, take away peace. That's what the red horse in the scripture would talk about. Okay, you have the red horse that take away peace from the earth. peace is already taken away from the earth. Who's taking away that peace from the earth? Okay, there's kites on this doggone freaking doggone on this sign that you see here. Okay, the people that you don't see. We're not talking about your doggone. We're not talking about your doggone faggot congressmen and stuff like that. We're not talking about these low level, okay, puppets. Okay, we're talking about the real short callers. They take away the peace of this earth, and there's not going to be any lasting peace or any peace on this earth until our Mashiach returns. Because when he returns, he's going to destroy the wickedness of this earth. You people don't get it. Okay, there's a time coming where you will be ruled over. Okay, that is going to be so tough. It is described as a rod of iron. Okay, that's the true dictatorship. That's going to be the true, okay, new world order. Because everything is going to be in order. This man cannot bring order. How can you make something straight or something that's crooked? Okay? His ways are always grievous. He's a liar, a thief, and a murderer. That's what the devil is. Okay? So how can you make something straight out of him? It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do. Also, I'm recompensing them their bosom, said the Lord power. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Let's take a look at the nation who shed innocent blood upon the earth. There it is right here. Okay, here's history right here. Okay, what's been done to you. Who shed blood on this earth? Who shed blood on this earth, people? Yeah, you don't want to say it. And you know why you don't want to say it? Because the Spirit of the Lord is not in y'all. Okay? The Spirit of the Lord is not in y'all. Okay, you people are comfortable. It's not my problem. Yes, it is your problem. And it's going to be your problem up close and personal very soon. And by the time you realize that, it is too late. Okay, it's too late. By the time you realize, up close and personal, it is your problem. It is your problem. Up close and personal. All right? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna close it out with. Let's go in the Book of Psalms and let's talk about this because I think this is an important thing to go into. I think it's a very important thing to go into. When we go into the Book of Psalms 91, and starting with verse. Let's go. Actually, let's start with verse 1. It's the Book of Psalms 91, verse 1. It reads, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." So that's where we dwell in. We dwell in the secret place of the Most High. Okay, where it was revealed to us. Okay, the intentions of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai through the Mashiach who delivered, who gave it to us. Okay, and you have there is status and there is ranking structure from the apostles all the way down to people like me. Okay, who's just a mere brother out in the highway, basically teaching what I was taught. Okay, it says, "I will say of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wing shalt thou trust. His trust should be thy shield and thy buckler." So we're not trusting in guns and weapons and stuff like that. Yeah, you might have them. Okay, you might have the ability to know how to hit a target or whatever the case is like that, but we're not going to trust in that. We want something greater than that. That's Esau. Esau's gift was a sword. We want power. We want the ability on this side to manipulate the elements, to create food out of thin air. Okay? We want the ability, okay, to drive back our enemies, okay, by simply waving our hands at them and destroying them. We want those abilities. We don't want the ability of man, where you gotta go and reload and all this other stuff, and you gotta aim and hold your breath and all this other crap there. We ain't into that. I want to have the ability to doggone levitate people and rip them to pieces like that, the powers that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai promised that he's going to give us. Okay? He said, "Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrows that fly by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for destruction that wasteth at noonday." So we ain't going to be scared of all these people slaughtering each other, shooting at each other, killing each other. Huh? We're not going to be afraid of that. That's going to be what we actually welcome in. Because at last, y'all will recognize that what we've been prophesying on here on the highway, the byway to you, is coming to pass. But by that time, as you start to scatter around, running around, screaming for your pathetic little lives, okay, it'll be too late. He says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh to thee. So imagine that. Those numbers reference what? The great death that's going to be coming. Okay, you disobedient Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Black Americans, Latinos, and the rest of you doggone tribes out here. In case the rest of these tribes didn't figure it out, okay, they so used to sitting back and watching, okay, the Hispanics and the Latinos and the Blacks and Native Americans getting their ass kicked here in Great Babylon, America, that they never thought that that Edomites will come and kick their doors down. Well, now these Somalians, now they're getting a rude awakening. Okay? Soon these Middle Eastern, they're going to get a rude awakening. And you doggone Asians, you gooks, are going to get a doggone rude awakening real soon. All of you are going to get a rude awakening. None of you are innocent, and the Lord is going to judge each and every single one of you. All right? He says, only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, which we'll be watching out from the chariot. We'll be watching it from the chariot. But we'll see it down here below. Okay, because what does it say in 2nd Ezra 16? Okay, starting with verse 70 to 74, it talks about what? It says, then shall be known who am I chosen. Then shall be known, because the chosen are going to be protected from a lot of these things. Okay, yes, there's going to be some sacrifice. We don't know. And everybody in this ministry should prepare to get their head chopped off or to be killed by this man for Yahweh Shai's sake. Every one of us should have that mindset at some point they're going to put you in a room and they're going to threaten to kill you. That's your lot. But you'll be the dead, but he said the dead and the Mashiach shall rise first. So when you die, they just did you a favor. They put you in the front of the line to get your God power, okay, your crown. That's why Yahweh Shai said what? Be faithful until death, and I will give you a crown of life. So there's no need to be a fearful little doggone a man in this society. What do you fear? Why are you walking around in fear? What do you fear? Your gods. The gods are not scared. Okay? Gods don't have fear. He says, only with thy eyes shall I behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angel charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Okay? It says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So we attempt it all the time. Earlier this week, I should say last week, I had a demon attack me. It's been a while since I've been attacked. It's been a while since I've had to, in my dream, that I've had to call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, but I had a demon attack me. The weird thing about it attacked me in my sleep. And even when I woke out of my sleep, came out of it, I could hear myself still saying, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and I was moving my hands. And as I opened my eyes, I saw this, I don't know what it was like a solid shadow just ran out of my room. I saw it. And I went right back to sleep, and it didn't bother me again. But I had a demon come. I had a demon attack me again. Attack me. It's been a while since I've been attacked. Okay. But a lot of times we have decisions or things that goes through our mind because we're certain this flesh and get angry. And those angels that are surrounding us, okay, they help guide our path so that we don't make dumb decisions. We're going to have to actually how about try to guide us, because on my own, I know I can speak for myself, I can't make a decision that's going to be the right one. I can't. So Yahweh Shemashah has to have an angel that's going to help make those decisions and guide me. I can't make those decisions. I really can't. Because the flesh will take over very rapidly. Okay? So I don't think that I'm not going to be out here in time for that young man that was up here with his dog. Of course, he went to go get his dog done. And like I said, if it was for him, the Lord Yahweh Shemashah would have kept him out here longer, but he's not. He's been rejected. The Lord had them come and brought him inside. because he's more concerned about his dog. If he was concerned about learning this next week Sunday, I'd be out here if I'm out here next Sunday. But the Lord, it's not meant for him. He got a taste of it. If it's meant for him, he'll be back at another time. God willing, we back set fire that turns to easy. Give all glory to the power. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Ba'ashem. Kakadash. Shalom to the open deck. Shalom. Okay, and I like to say DTA and a Baal Babal. DTA and a Baal Babal. Okay? For those of you who know what that is, it's not a good thing.